What's up, guys? Today we are going to figure out how many people these 100 people have slept with. And why we're going to do that, I don't know. Because Cut made that video and I'm going to react to it. That's why. So I saw this video and I wanted to make this reaction to it for a couple of reasons. The first one being that the number of people you sleep with doesn't really matter. So, and that is true for a lot of reasons. So it doesn't matter if you slept with 1 million people, except for the fact that you're either extremely lucky with not catching any STDs or having unwanted pregnancies, but it doesn't matter if you've slept with a ton of people or no people at all. It doesn't say anything about who you are. It doesn't really say that much about how good you are at sex. So that's the number one reason, so you shouldn't really care. And I think most people, they go into relationships and they think that if their partner has slept with like a ton of people or more than they have, that somehow that's like they're dirtier or they're like not worthy of your love or your affection or anything like that. And it's not true, really. The past is the past, and what someone has done in the past is not necessarily representative of who they are today. And that holds true for sexual activities as well. People have phases where they go through things. I mean, if I were the same that I was at age 18, 19, 20, 21, you can pretty much go through my entire 20s. But if I were the same person I was back then that I am now, then that would be pretty awful, and I'd be a pretty immature, stupid person. And that is how everyone is. If you look back at the decisions you made when you were 16 or even older like me, and at that time you made those decisions, you were thinking, I'm the smartest guy in the world, I'm never going to regret this. And you come to find out a year later that you were the dumbest, most immature person of all time. At least that was my experience. I think that holds true for a lot of people in this world. So you can't hold these things against someone, especially sexual habits, because these days people are given all of the wrong advice and really all the wrong attitude towards sex, where more people is more liberating and you should experiment with more people and it's more fun to have casual sex. Casual sex is seen as like the ultimate fun thing that you can do, whereas I would disagree with that, and I think that you should really focus on one person at a time during sex and any sexual relationship for that matter, and that's going to provide better sexual experiences. You're going to learn more about sex and all that good stuff. So the other reason I wanted to make this video is that a lot of people, I think, during the course of this are going to lie about how many people they've slept with, and they're gonna under exaggerate, or the select few men will over exaggerate because they think it's cool and they're alpha for saying that they've slept with more people than they actually have. But this whole idea of lying, especially to your partner about how many sexual encounters you've had, how many sexual partners you've had, the reason people lie about this is because there is a stigma against sexual activity, really. It's a taboo subject, and people often don't like to talk about it, and they often will feel judged for what they have done sexually. And I wanted to make this point clear that you should not judge anyone for their sexual activities unless they're like a pedophile. Then you can judge them all you want, or like a rapist. No one likes them. As a sexual partner, any judgment you throw toward your sexual partner is just going to kind of destroy that sexual relationship, because they're not going to feel open, they're not going to be able to feel completely comfortable and immersed in that sexual experience with you, and so the sex is never going to be that great. So don't judge people, and do it selfishly, because you want to have better sex, and you can never provide amazing sexual experiences if you are throwing judgment at someone, throwing negativity at someone based on their sexual desires or habits. So, enough ranting from me. Let us jump right into this video and see how many people have slept with whatever this video is. Also, stick around to the end of this video and I will reveal how many people I've slept with. So, stay tuned for that.
How many people have you slept with? 2. It's my wife. He just asked me how many people I slept with. Should I give him a real answer or a fake one? Okay, I'll talk to you later. 15.
All right, so right off the bat, this guy is lying, saying he has slept with fewer people than he actually has, which is exactly my point because he is afraid of the consequences of speaking the truth in the realm of sex, and you should never be afraid to speak the truth in the realm of sex. So there you go, especially in a relationship. Your wife of all people, I mean, they should know. They should know what they're getting into. It's better for them so that they know, and it's just better for you because you're being honest and open about it. And I know this comes from, it's a fear of being judged. It's a fear of a negative consequence for being honest because they feel that that is too many people to have slept with. No one could ever want them because they're kind of used up, and that's just kind of it's a bad way to look at it, and unfortunately society has kind of taught us that that is kind of the only way to look at it. So try not to as hard as you can, as much as you can. Don't be judgmental in the realm of sex, and if you are completely honest and open and judgment free, then you will get that back from your sexual partners. So that's the best policy, honestly. Honesty is the best policy, honestly. Wow.
How many people have you slept with?
Well,
Okay, which orifices count?
I'm not sure. I think I would have to count.
I don't remember.
If you gave me like 10 minutes, I might be able to figure it out. Do I really have to talk about it? Do I have to answer?
can I pass?
You want to give like a rough estimate?
No, I don't want my boyfriend to see this.
So a lot of people are afraid to disclose this, and I think you'll find that even in a relationship, a lot of people are afraid to disclose this. So it's hard enough just to strangers. It's probably harder actually with strangers to open up about this, and it really shouldn't be. But there is so much judgment that goes around in the realm of sex and sexual habits and sexual activity that it's really hard to come clean. Even in a relationship, I've seen so many times where partners are afraid to express how many people they slept with or what their sexual preferences actually are. And so you're having sex with someone for an extended period of time, a lot of the times, and they don't even really know you sexually. They don't really know what you like or what you have done in the past or what you've learned about yourself doing these things. So stop what you're doing and go talk to your partner about sex, because that is your number one way to find out what they like about sex, what you should do sexually with them. And just that open dialogue, it's going to connect you guys together. You're going to be more comfortable with each other, and the more comfortable you are, that will translate into the bedroom. You'll be more comfortable with each other there, and then that just gives you more room for pleasure, for more amazing experiences.
There's a lot of stigmas around, especially for women. People kind of judge you. It's like the fewer people you've slept with, you're like this saint.
Yeah, so there's kind of this double standard, right? So women, it's like more ideal for them to have fewer sexual partners. Men, it's almost seen as like this awesome alpha trait to have slept with like a ton of people. So if you're a guy that's only slept with one person, but you've had sex like 9,000 times with that person, like 4 times a day, and you're like this sexual god, it doesn't matter. You should actually not do that and go sleep with 1,000 random people where you're not going to have very connected sex. It's not going to be that great. You're not going to really learn much from that experience. So that is kind of what society tells us, and it's all wrong. So I will say a good way to think about this is that sexual experience and being experienced sexually is not about how many people you've slept with. It's about really how many times you've had sex. So for a lot of people, if you're sleeping around having casual hookups, that's sex is happening like once a week for a lot of people. If you push that and go like more than once a week, then that's a lot of sex with random people. But someone in a relationship is having sex every single day or every other day, and that's way more than the person sleeping with random people. And so you're really going to get more sexual experience by just having more sex, and you're going to have more sex by sticking with someone for a longer period of time than one night where you just bang it out and then kick them to the wayside and never see them ever again.
How many people have you slept with?
0.
None.
0.
I haven't slept with anyone.
They're just really rubbing in the fact that I'm a virgin, aren't you?
How many people have you slept with?
1.
1.
Do you wish it was higher than that, or?
Sometimes. Just to have more fun and experience in college.
So I guess we're going in order here from 0 to infinity, whatever the highest is going to be. I have a guess that the higher end people are going to be all men. Not that that's true, but I think men have a higher propensity to lie about this because there are those kind of like social rewards almost to it, where if you are slaying a bunch of puss, then you're like seen as this awesome alpha male guy, and people are like, dang, I need to learn from you because you're awesome and you can pick up chicks and have casual meaningless sex. So if we go through this and like the last 15, I'm gonna even say the last 20 are going to be all men. And it's not going to all be honest numbers. There's more incentive to lie as a man.
1. My mom didn't raise me to be a hoe.
Oh wait, what'd you say? Oh yeah, that was true once.
Under 10.
Only 2.
2.
2.
2. 3 people. 3. 3. Just 3.
3.
Only 3?
Yeah, told you I'm a good girl.
Alright, so the one girl says, told you I'm a good girl, after she says 3, which is, again, just illustrating what I've said before, that for women it's a good thing to sleep with fewer people, and it's kind of seen as like you're like a dirty slut if you slept with a bunch. If you're a guy and you've only slept with 3, it's like, what's wrong with you, you loser? Whereas at the highest ends, if you slept with like 1,000 people, then you're seen as like a Greek god.
You want me to lie? You want me to be honest?
4.
4. I think it's a good number for me.
5.
5.
6.
6.
6.
6.
7 people.
Like 7.5.
What was the half?
Well, I didn't like sleep all the way, but
8 or 9.
8.
I can't remember.
Because I've tried to forget some of the ones that I have because they were really awful.
Yeah, the higher you get, the more casual sex you have, the more meaningless sex you have, the worse those sexual experiences are going to be. So it's kind of your fault if you're not actually connecting with someone and having a great psychologically engaging experience. It's just with a stranger where you're just basically partner masturbating. Yeah, it's not going to be that great. So it will be forgettable.
9.
9 people.
9.
Why did you hesitate?
Cause like my family is gonna watch this.
I'll say 10.
Probably like 10.
sounds like a lot when you say it out loud, but yes, 10 people.
10. 10.
Okay, that's not bad.
I don't really remember because when I had sex, I was mainly a teenager. And then when I hit age 16, I kind of went celibate.
Because of college.
What? This person's over 10 before age 16? Jeez, dude. What is society coming to? I don't even know if I knew what sex was at 16. I guess I grew up in a different era. Jeez. What the hell?
Because of college, I'm not sure.
10 or 11 or 12, roughly.
Anywhere from 10 to 15.
Oh, there was that guy who I broke up with on his porch.
I don't know, 12 to 20?
14 at the minimum.
Not saying it's a lot, but it's just, I don't really want to remember some of them.
Probably close to 14. It's a lot more than I thought it would ever be.
This guy out here, it's a lot more than I thought it would be. So he's like surprised that it's happened, and there you go. I don't even know what to say about that. Just that, I guess, good for him if that's what he wants.
I have slept with 14 people. And I do have a list. You guys want to see the list?
Well, I used to keep a journal.
And I do rate them. They have star ratings.
Probably like 15. What? It's not that bad.
15.
18.
Under 20.
20?
You know, I had a college boyfriend, so I missed out on a lot of my like slutty years, so I'm catching up now to being slutty.
As if being slutty is a good thing, right? Well, so I will say that a lot of men, and this is a generalization for sure, but a lot of men in the gay community are a lot more promiscuous, and so that's just the nature of it. So I think we'll see a lot of gay people with higher numbers. That is, of course, not everyone. It's just, that's how it is sometimes, okay? So, whatever. It's just statistics. Don't get mad at statistics, okay?
20? I think it's average.
Between 20 and 30?
Like 25.
I'd say definitely over 25.
30? Considering how old I am, it's okay.
It's okay. So she's justifying it. Considering how old I am, it is okay. Assuming that if you are younger than she is and you've had sex with 30 people, then somehow it's not okay all of a sudden. Like you can't cram in all these sexual partners before you're 16, then go celibate like that other girl. That's not okay, but if you're older and you've had a lot of sex, then it's fine. It's to be expected, right?
35. I had sex a lot after high school.
44-ish? I lost track. You don't get to know the number because I don't know the number.
I lost count. Less than 50.
Roughly 40 and 50.
One night stands. Well, I've definitely had over 50.
You know, you hit it and quit it, you know?
About 50. I should say 50.
I actually don't know, but I think it's over 50. I was a busy ass hoe. I don't know.
It's probably not over 120.
Over 150.
Probably over 300 or 400.
This guy with, oh man, hat guy. I'm gonna call BS on that one. Just have a hunch.
It's like 3 to 5 dicks a month, times 12 months, times 10, 20 years. Well, I'd say 2,000. I have no idea. 1,500? That's a lot of math, though.
1,500. 1,500. I don't even know if I've met 1,500 people in my life. What is this? Is that, I don't know if that's true. He is gay, so like that matters. Oh man. I'm gonna get, this is my last video, guys. Alright, so like I said in the beginning of this video, it doesn't really matter how many people you've slept with. If you are looking for higher quality sex, then it will matter because you're going to have higher quality sex with a single partner at a time where you can actually get to know that person, connect on a deeper level than just the physical pounding, and actually be immersed mentally into that experience. If you're looking for quality sex, it does matter. In terms of partner selection, if you are afraid because your partner may have slept with more people than you and maybe had more casual sexual encounters than you, that stuff is in the past. And it will always be in the past. You can't change those things. If you're uncomfortable with that idea, it's kind of on you. And like I said, people change. I changed a lot. In every year I look back at decisions I made the year prior and think that I was a complete idiot. So, I mean, I definitely am not alone in that feeling. So don't attribute things that your partner did in the past to their present self. It is not them. It made who they are today, and if you are in love with someone and you're in love with who they are today, then you wouldn't want to change that past anyway, because that is what brought them to where they are right now. So don't judge people, don't be mean, and don't have endless amounts of casual sex. It's just kind of empty. It's empty experiences, and it's not going to be that pleasurable. So, if I have any viewers left, then go ahead and like this video and comment down below if you liked it. And go ahead and subscribe if you want more of this content and you're new here. Definitely consider subscribing because this is an awesome YouTube channel, to be honest. If you ask me, it's pretty awesome. So, anyway, thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it to the end of this video. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Wait. I forgot to tell you guys how many people I've slept with.